Chael, I'll never forget the first time I heard about Brock Lesnar. I wasn't a big amateur wrestling fan back in the day, but I read about him in the Wrestling Observer newsletter, courtesy of our friend Dave Meltzer. He was writing about him in Ohio Valley Wrestling, saying that there was this guy named Brock Lesnar from the University of Minnesota who was just crushing everyone, who was going to be a future WWF superstar. And guess what, Chael? I was in attendance in 2002 at the Bell Center in Montreal when Brock Lesnar made his WWF debut. He ran in after WrestleMania 18 and ruined a match involving Spike Dudley, and he power bombed him, and he cleaned out the entire ring. He showed up with Paul Heyman, the evil mastermind, and I got to see him for the first time. I was like, holy smokes, this guy is 285 pounds, but runs around and jumps around like a 145er. And I knew right then and there that this guy was going to be special.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember when he made his debut as well, Aaron. And I went to Safeco to watch a WrestleMania. And this was the one where Brock Lesnar went onto the top rope, hit the backflip. Kurt Angle, he was supposed to cover, and Brock came down on his neck. I was live in attendance, and oh my goodness, my stomach dropped. I knew that wasn't a work. I knew that was a botched spot. I knew that he was actually hurt. Look, as far as attractions go, he really is a once in a lifetime. If you're ever in the presence of Brock Lesnar, you feel something. There's an aura there. And I think that was very carefully crafted by Vince McMahon. One of the reasons that Brock has never spoken a whole lot, the reason he doesn't come out and do interviews, the reason he has the advocate, Paul E., is Vince McMahon has a belief, monsters don't speak. And I really do think in a rare case for marketing purposes, less has always been more in the case of Lesnar.
And we got to give him credit. I know we're focusing on his wrestling, but as far as MMA and his career in mixed martial arts was concerned, here's a guy. A lot of people tried to make the crossover, right? None of them ever said, give me the best guys right off the bat. Debut against Frank Mir to fight a former heavyweight champion in his UFC debut when he's just 1-0. Never had an easy fight, never had a gimme fight in the UFC. Even coming back from diverticulitis, fighting a guy like Alistair Overeem, you have to respect what Brock Lesnar did. And in my opinion, he should be a UFC Hall of Famer.
Oh, absolutely. I don't know that that's even going to be in question. It's going to take a little bit of time, but there's always a separation between the guys' induction. Listen, and don't forget the Cain Velasquez. I love what you were talking about coming off the injury with Overeem, takes the big body shot, but he made that walk. You can say whatever you want about Lesnar. You can dote on him or you can be a hater. You can never call that man a coward.
Amen.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.